Oh god, I'm so excited. What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome. I am so excited. I'm always excited in my videos, but this is like so much more important than like any video I think I'll ever do in my entire life. Like ever, and just ever. Guys, Fenty Beauty is like everything right now. It is the it girl of makeup and she knows it. I'm just so pumped. I have been in love with Rihanna since Pond to Replay and up into Auntie. Currently right now, I am obsessed with her. Good Girl Gone Bad Reloaded was my jam in 5th grade and my parents hated it, so that's how you know it's real. So when I heard Rihanna was coming out with Fenty Beauty, I lost my mind. And at first I was kind of scared, just in that like way you kind of get when celebrities release makeup lines. You're like, I've seen this gone downhill, and I just did not want that future for Rihanna, but I let that go and I trusted her, and you know what? Honey just did it. She just did it, and she came from my throat. She came from my throat. She said, if you don't believe, you need to get the fuck out. I am so excited to try this stuff today. I didn't get everything because I'm not a millionaire. The only thing I am a little bit concerned about is this bad boy right here. This is the foundation. I'm not going to read the whole name because we'll do that later. I got it in the shade 150. I tried really hard to match myself in the store because I was sick and I didn't really want to have somebody else match me. I know I probably shouldn't have gone when I was sick or whatever, but I really just did not want to wait. I just want to open these. I'm not even going to... Oh, that's not terrible. Well, I see that now. What do you guys think? I can't see because... Once again, I don't have my glasses on or wear contacts. Oh god, I feel like it's too dark. I can't. Let me look at myself in the mirror. Ooh, that doesn't look quite right. Well, I also got the Matchstick in Amber. It's just a nice, cool contour. I wasn't really gonna bother with the Matchsticks because I'm not like a big cream contour person, but I only bought this one specifically because I saw Jamie Page do a video on Fenty Beauty and she put this on her cheeks to contour with, and it was the most beautiful contour I think I had like ever seen. I was like, I want that to be my face. Like, even despite the contour stick, like I was so hyped about this, and everybody was, and they don't... Oh, this is so pretty. You can't even tell on camera. I wish you could. It's got this beautiful like purpley blue glitter shift to it. Ugh. So this is the, what is it? Fenty Beauty Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in the shades Mean Money and Hustla Baby. I have been eyeballing this for, it feels like years. And I'm so excited. So it comes with a subtle highlight right here and then a more bubbling in your face highlighter on the other side. Okay, I guess I should pump the foundation on my hand just to see how it oxidizes. So I've heard some things about it oxidizing, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, last thing I got before I forget was the Fenty Beauty Precision Sponge. But I'm like a sponge fiend, so this just had to come home with me. Ooh, it feels really nice. Feels very similar to the Beauty Blender, just kind of off the top of my head. Yeah. They're really about the same. I'm excited. I like these flat sides for baking under my... So, oh my gosh, now is the fun part where I get to actually like swatch it and like put it on my face, and I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, dude, Rihanna's makeup. So like I said earlier, this is the shade, or did I say it earlier? Can't remember. Okay, this is the shade 150. It was their neutral, like warm, like fair light shade, so I was like, okay, like when I was swatching them in my Sephora, this was the only one they didn't have, but I swatched the shades before it and after it, and I was like, this one's too light. This one's too dark, so this one must be perfect. So we'll see. I feel like now that was my thought process, that's not gonna be what happens at all. Oh my god, hello. There it is. There she is. Little driblet. Oh, wow. You know what? That might not be that bad at all. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was so afraid this was gonna be too dark for me. Like, I don't know, normally when I buy foundations, I always buy just like the lightest or the second lightest shade because I'm pretty pasty. Like, it's bad, but I know she incorporated shades in her collection to cater to those who suffer from albinism. And I was like, well, I am definitely not albino. I kind of wanted to like move away from like the first few shades and just kind of get more towards the lighter section because I figured that would be where I'd be. Okay, so let's go ahead and get zoomed in and we'll see what happens. In my sponge, it did grow in size and it just feels like it did grow in size and it does feel like even more soft, but it does have like a really funky factory smell to it. Hey, so speaking of funky, I totally didn't realize this was really out of focus until I started editing, so I'm super sorry. It's gonna get better in a couple of clips, so just hang tight. I've never had this problem with like a beauty blender or any of my other sponges, so I'm kind of like, I'm sure it won't be a big deal because it'll just be applying, but if you're sensitive to smells, look out. Pump it out in the back of my hand. That's one pump right there. Let's go ahead and dot this around my face. It's very liquidy, but I respect that because I like thin foundations because I don't like feeling like a cake face. Okay, so I did only put on one pump. This is definitely a sheer formula, which I really like. That's my personal preference of coverage is like medium to sheer. I mean, I don't mind full coverage every now and again, but it's that cake face thing that I cannot abide on my own face. I feel like this sets really fast. Like, I feel like it didn't blend out as great immediately on my forehead as it did on my cheek here, because I always start with this cheek and then move around, or one of these cheeks anyway. And I always do my forehead kind of last, so I feel like my forehead did not get the best blending ever because it kind of dried. But let's go ahead and see. So you might have to work in sections with this, but I'm going to go in with another layer, kind of build it up. So it's one more pump, and this time I'm going to go ahead and take the sponge directly in there and just kind of bump it. Bump it. Don't forget about that neck or you're really going to look like a party clown. Gosh. So that's my advice, is to work in sections with this foundation. It's really nice, and I feel like it is medium, like sheer to medium coverage depending on how much you use and how much you build it up. Should we do another layer just to see what happens? I don't know, I really like the way this looks right now. I'm trying to be careful around this nostril because I did just get this second piercing recently and I don't want to get it all fussed up with foundation, so we're going to be very careful. So sorry if this part looks a little more red than the rest of my face because I'm trying to avoid it. So it feels great. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin. And I love, like, touching it because it just feels like my skin and it's not, like, coming off on my fingers or anything. I love it. I know it's, like, too soon to say, but, like, will it marry me? Okay, so I went ahead and I did concealer in my brows, and one thing I am learning more and more each day is that brows will never stop being difficult, ever. No matter how hard you try, no matter what products you use, you will always struggle and they will always be hard to put on. No matter what, never judge anybody by their brows because brows are really difficult to put on and one will always end up bigger than the other. I'm really hyped about this, so I really hope this doesn't like screw me in the end. Okay, so I'm gonna try it without warming up the top and just see how it applies. Ooh, that is a pretty little contour color. So let's go ahead and go in with that matchstick. And then kind of start right here, about where my eardrum is. Here. Kind of move all those little nonsense baby hairs I got over here. That's a little too low. Ugh. Did I put too much on? Did I scare you? So far I really like this shadow. It's a very light contour and I feel like I kind of did it a little low, which is kind of not the reason you do contours. So I'm gonna try one more time. Kind of go a little higher up. There you go. I love the shadow and just like the contour that that brings to my face. It almost looks like it looks so natural. I've been struggling to contour for so long. I feel like I own so many stupid contour kits that like just don't work for me. I feel like this is perfect. Contour my nose. I feel like I am ready to like take over the world right now. You are amazing and I love you and I will never stop loving you and I will buy you in bulk if I have to, because I have this whole weird thing about setting my face. I'm going in with the NYX No Filter powder. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the Killawatt Highlighter Duo. Okay, so these are the two shades that come in. This softer one right here is Mean Money and this is Hustler Baby. Ooh, those look really pretty. Okay, so this right here, this is Mean Money, which is a softer highlighter. I don't even know if you can see it. It's like right there. Okay. So I went ahead and did my whole face. I kind of got a weird like It Black Swan situation going on. Feeling a little clownish. I don't know, just let me do what I want. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this BH Cosmetics small domed brush here, a little fluffy brush, and I'm gonna take one shade on each cheek. So I'm gonna start with Mean Money, which is this more subtle shade right here. So that's one layer. That's a pretty decent subtle highlighter if you ask me. I really like it. Let's build it up a little bit. So that is how Mean Money looks on the face. If you can see it, I really like that. Like this is something I could just pop on and wear into work like any old time. Let's go in with Hustler Baby. That is the more metallic shades. Let's go ahead and see. Ooh, my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I'm putting it all over my face now. Mean Money, I love you, but we just gotta go in like hard. I don't know what I expected, but I mean, I expected greatness, but like, it has exceeded even that. It's really gold. Like, it's a lot more gold on the face than I initially anticipated, which is funny for me because I'm not usually a gold highlighter person, but it just draws me in. So, is it too lame to say like everything is a hit, because like everything is a hit. My favorites definitely have to be the Matchstick in Amber and the Killawatt highlighters. I think any shade would be just beautiful. I can't wait till I have money again and I can buy another one. The foundation I feel like was beautiful. The more I look at it, the more I think it matches my face, not so much my neck. So I'm gonna try and go back and see if I need to get a different shade. I'll ask them to match me this time. And if I need a different shade, I'll go ahead and exchange it. But so far, it really is awesome. And I feel like it has stayed on really well. It has just, I feel like I'm not even wearing it. And that is all I could ask for in a foundation. Look into it. And it's a recommendation for me. As for the sponge, I like the sponge. That smell is still there, but I didn't really notice it when I was using it. I think personally, if you have either the Beauty Blender or even like cheaper dupes such as the Real Techniques orange sponge, what is it? The Miracle Complexion sponge, and the L'Oreal pink one. I can't remember what that's called. Telescopic sponge, telescopic blending. I don't know. There's cheaper alternatives to this. I think it works really well. So if you are a sponge hoarder like I am, then go for it. But I think if you already have a Beauty Blender or some other sponge that you don't need this, the other ones work just as well. It's just the same as another decent sponge, but it is really good. So I'd recommend it if you're in the market for a sponge. So yeah guys, that was everything from my Fenty Beauty try on, and sorry about this crazy look. I just kind of wanted to play makeup and see what I could come up with, and this is what happened. Got some doll looking crazy Geisha nonsense. So let me know if you got anything from Fenty and how did it work out for you, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.